Today we are going to see what is exposure triangle. Hi guys, this is Ambesh and today we are going to discuss about exposure triangle and how you can use the exposure triangle to get the perfectly exposed video or photo. So let's see what is exposure triangle. So exposure triangle is nothing but a correlation between ISO, aperture and shutter speed. So there are two factors which can be physically changed, that is aperture and shutter speed. And ISO, it depends on camera to camera, which camera you're using. Some camera have very good low light capacity. So in case of relatively old cameras such as 550D or 500D, they have relatively not so good ISO performance. So whenever you bump up the ISO to 2000 or 1600, you will see a lot of noise in the footage. So here you can see the diagram how ISO, aperture and shutter speed are correlated to each other. So we are going to use this diagram to get the perfectly exposed photo and video. So here we have all the random variables for aperture, for shutter speed and for ISO. So let's see how we can use the exposure triangle principle to get the perfectly exposed shot. So as you can see in the exposure triangle, there are two physical factors and one digital factor. So first what we will do is change the physical factors which are there in the triangle, that is aperture and shutter speed. So let's start with shutter speed. As we are taking video, we are shooting at 24 fps, so our shutter speed will be 1/50th. So let's dial it down to 1/50th. So here you can see relatively the shot has gained exposure, but still it is not that well exposed. So what we will do right now is change the another physical factor, that is aperture. So it depends on the lens that you're using, but right now we have f4, so we'll dial it down to f4. So as you can see, it is comparably, it is near there, but it is still a little bit underexposed. So the only variable that is left, and that can be changed in our camera and depends on camera to camera, that is ISO. So here we'll bump up the ISO. Right now we'll just adjust it, we'll increase it a little bit, and right now you can see we have achieved the perfectly exposed shot. So this is very simple and easy process, and whenever you are stuck at a situation where you have to take very good portraits or shoot a wedding or shoot an event and you're not completely aware of what setting that you need to take or need to choose, this is the best principle that you can use to get the perfectly exposed shot. Just try it and practice it for a while, maybe for a day or two, and work around all the situations that is there, low light situation. So if you master this principle, this exposure triangle, you will never have any issue throughout your career in getting the perfectly exposed shot. If you found this video useful, please give this video a like, share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.